Hi, everybody. So, what you're about to watch is, boy, this is something special right here. This is what you like to see. I may have left a bag of ice out on my workbench a few work sessions ago, where I completely forgot it was there, and then I went in the next day, and the entire table was just covered in water. Thankfully, the battery for the camera survived, all of that was up, but one thing that was on the table were the plans. So, yeah. Look, Vans, kudos, strong paper. They use very strong paper. If this ever happens to any of your standard three-hole punch notebooks, yeah, you're fucked. Paper shit. This stuff is pretty good. Now, I mean, we're not in exactly a dry climate here on the coast. So, I'm expecting a little bit of black mold later, but hey. So, Happy New Year, first of all. So, anyway, at this point, I got tired of giving my plans a blowout. So, I thought I would actually get to work on some stuff. And what we are working on today is dimpling the bottom skins of the right wing. This is one of those things I just kind of, I did the left wing and, deburring 1,000 holes and then dimpling everything. It's a little much. So I just got to the point where I was ready to do the other wing. And I was like, fuck it. So now I got nothing better to do, so I might as well go ahead and do it. So the only other thing that I really had forgotten to do, and look, here's the thing about planes. Like I said, building them, you can't just go A to Z. You're going to sidetrack yourself unless you wanted to come to a dead halt. Like, oh, I can't do step 32 yet, but I can do step 36 through 39, but that wouldn't be right. Now, you do 36 through 30, you keep building. But what happens is you set aside a few things, and, you come back to them later, which coincidentally for me is now. And, what, did we lose audio? Did we lose audio? Oh, sorry, there it is. Um, you make sure when you come back to finish everything, one, you have everything marked of what you forgot to do, or not forgot to do. Oh, it's a bad connotation. Things that you set aside for later. I'm blocked on this. I can go and do other things now. That's great. So what you saw me doing earlier was I was deburring, and I had to drill out a few holes and a couple of the 19 size holes for where the inspection plates are. Well, I needed to drill a few of those. Again, why? Because I went through the plans and I said, okay, here is what I have not done because I had properly marked it in the first place and then reread the instructions before picking up the work again. How responsible of me, which is kind of a shocking thing. So yeah, at least I wasn't screwing it up. So just made sure I had all the holes drilled. It's actually that's one of the easiest chapters in the entire plane. Line the skins up, drill a few holes, only for the those are for the nut plates on the inboard side, where the attach strip goes. That's it. The outside skin, you do nothing. You just make sure it lines up. Oh no, that's not true. Sorry, that's the outboard skins where you've got all the holes for the for the wingtip. So here I am, got the DRDD2 out. Hadn't been out in a while. Love that tool. And just dimpling away. Now, it says to dimple the number 40 holes, then the number 19 holes. Again, you do not want to do it in that order. You want to... Sorry, you want to drop the camera into the packing material you were using before. Let's just speed that ahead. You want to do the number 19s first. That's the big one, right? So that's for your number 8 size screws. Right, now I have a very specific number 8 screw dimple die for that. So you want to do those first because the number 40 is around it. If you do the number 40s first for the nut plates and then you do the number 19, you're going to step on the side of the number 40s just a little bit. You don't want to do that. And I know in the past I'd always said, you know, the role of the DRDD2 dimpler is to do all the dimples that you can't reach with the squeezer. And that's pretty true. But I'll tell you what, I hadn't used it in so long, and I just decided to go ahead and do all the dimples with the dimpler itself. So yeah, you know, as I'd mentioned, the skins are one of those things I just kind of put off. And you know, and you'll notice that this is an extra long video. I'm only putting out one video this week because this is the only one. I could have split this into two, but that would have been cheating. I mean, there wasn't really enough. It's just, look, it's just dimpling. Dimpling on the screen and my big mouth going here. Next week, we'll have a nice little interesting video. I finally get around to another thing that I was scared to death of, which is, you know, I bought the pitot tube, which is gorgeous. And next week, you'll see me working on that and actually testing it, put it on our test stand, fired it up, boy, that sucker's hot. And not only that, but it works well. And so I've got the tubes cut for it, and you'll see that. After that, it's going to get sparse, and I don't think well, there might be a week or two where you have nothing. You're going to have to go without some builds. And I apologize for that. Bad timing. If I'd have known, so like I said, Vans is kind of they're re-upping all their equipment, so their wait times have gone a little bit long. Had I known, I would have ordered early. I can't blame Vans. They're just trying to do better at their job. So we got the plane out. Everything's happy there behind me. And so yeah, that was done dimpling, and I'm already done. So in the next video, we will work on a little bit of the magic of the pitot static system. So see you soon.